I think there's been huge improvement among not just the players that are going to the World Cup, but also the group that we've had for a longer period of time. A lot of credit goes to our S&C coach, Alex Carey, for getting them into very good physical shape. We've got very fit players now that we can choose from. So there's a lot of pieces to the jigsaw. You first came in, the want of just wanting to hit sixes and not run was evident. Now it's almost gone the other way. We've still got the ability to hit boundaries towards the back end of an innings, but our running between the wickets, the rotation of strike has improved. That was a massive focus for us. Another focus was that stop being 5 for 50 after 10 overs when we're batting. And consistently in the last period of time, the India series, when we went to India, and now the Asia Cup, we've turned that around. And I think the boys are starting to understand you don't need to be 120 after 10 overs. And that's the way we look like we were playing our game. So there's been massive improvement. The bowling side of things. Spin bowling's never really the issue in Bangladesh because there's so much, you've got so much choice. Pace bowling, I think we've developed a very good young crew of fast bowlers. Huge credit to Nazmul Hussain, the bowling coach as well, for picking up where other coaches had left and dragging these guys forward. And now we saw in the Asia Cup, the last two games, the game against India and the final, they're high quality. We've just got to make sure that they keep their feet on the ground and worry about the next game. But from when I started to now, I couldn't be prouder of these boys. They train hard. They don't shy away from hard work. They now understand the game plan. And that once you understand the game plan and your individual role within the game plan in the team, the game of cricket seems to flow, and that's where we want to get back to before we get to South Africa. Look, there's a number of players that are showing great promise, and the opportunities that they're getting now is putting them up there in the spotlight. So, the Asia Cup was one. The World Cup is another opportunity for players to showcase their skills in high pressure. So there are a number of players that I believe can make it, but it's up to them. It's got to come from here. It's got to come from in here as well to make sure they don't waste the talent they have, don't waste the opportunities they have, but also go out and enjoy their cricket. I've seen these players, when they play really well, they've got a smile on their face. They've got their arms around their mates out on the field, and they enjoy other players' success. And if we're all doing that, the cream will rise to the top. Bangladesh, and it's the same with a lot of countries at this age level, there's so much talent. It's just about executing under pressure consistently that will highlight them for the next level. We picked teams to win the match that was in front of us. If you're playing a heavy spin team against India, I think you're mad. UAE haven't seen pace either like we've got. So Sri Lanka, traditionally they struggle more against the wrist spin. And that proved to be the case whilst he came in and did his job. I'm not picking teams because I like people. I'm picking teams because, this is the best team, the best makeup of our team to win the match that's next up. So, whilst he played a massive part, played an important role for us to beat Sri Lanka the way we did. And he also played a massive part for us by coming out of the team and allowing someone else to come in to do the job. And, it proved to be the right decision. I made a very big point to the players after the Asia Cup to make sure that they really enjoy the win. It's a massive achievement for Bangladesh under-19s to win the first ever Asia Cup under-19 men's tournament. Celebrate, enjoy, but once we arrive back in Bangladesh, it's business again. So we've got to drag the boys back down to earth, get them back into worrying about what's in front of them, not what has happened. And we just spoke to the captain about this before. We've got to refocus now and start working again on the process that we used to go through the Asia Cup. And if we do that, we played pretty well. So just a matter of enjoying the moment, yes, but now it's back to business. Process is always number one. If you worry about something that's way up here like a win, you forget about what you need to do along the way. So I'm big on not focusing on the end result, control what we can control, and what we can control is how we prepare, how we go about our business, sticking to plans, working out plans for different opposition, and going into every game confident, knowing that we've done the work and ready to go. So that'll be my focus. The most important game is the next one, and that's on the 20th against India. So at the moment, that's the most important game. After that one, finish it. Next game's most important. So one game at a time, all the cliches, but work hard on our process. It's a concern for him. He wants to be scoring big runs. We've given him all the time. We've given him a lot of information. It's now up to him to work it out in the middle. Unfortunately, when the games start, we can't be sat behind him or stood next to him telling him what to do. He's got to figure that out himself. And there's a lot of talent in his body. He's shown glimpses of what he can do. Now it's up to him to make sure that he utilises that talent and it doesn't go to waste. But I wouldn't say it's a concern. We've still got plenty of time before the first match. Asia Cup, he showed glimpses of what he can do. He just didn't bat long enough. There's been games in the past where in tournaments we played, he's won the game by scoring 50 in 20 balls. So if we can make that 120 off 80 balls, we'll go close to winning every game we play. But that's not just Jishan, it's on all the batters to play their role, to understand their role, and to go out and execute under pressure.
এলো মুক্ত চিন্তার স্বাধীন দৈনিক খবরের কাগজ। এখন খবর হবে নিখাত, নির্ভীক, নিরপেক্ষ।